Welcome to this demonstration showing how to submit the request forms in Mountaineer Marketplace. Mountaineer Marketplace contains forms that you will be able to complete online, including non-catalog purchases, confirming orders, P-card applications, and many more. Before completing an online form, make sure that your shopping cart does not contain any items. Click the shopping cart in the upper right corner. If the cart is empty, you can begin completing one of the forms. If you do see anything in the shopping cart, you will not be able to complete a request form. Even if the amount to the left of the cart is 0, the cart may still contain an item or form that does not have a price, so be sure to click the cart to see if anything is in it. If you try to submit a form and an item is already in the cart, you will see an error message. You will need to exit the request form and return to the cart to submit, move the cart, or remove the items before returning to the request form. You cannot combine an item from a catalog and a form or two different types of forms in one shopping cart. To move the item to a draft cart for now, and return to it later after completing a request form, start by clicking the shopping cart and then click View My Cart. Within the shopping cart, you can click the drop-down menu by the requisition number and choose Empty Cart or Create New Cart. You can also click the menu within the description of the item, the ellipsis, or 3 dots, and choose to remove the cart, move it, or add to a draft cart. Later, after you have completed the request form and are ready to get back to this cart, just click the icon in the left sidebar for the shopping cart. In the flyout menu, choose My Carts and Orders, and then View Carts. Locate the forms in the lower right corner of the landing page. Some forms are located in the Goods and Services icon, others through the Pay and Invoice icon, and others through the P-card icon. After clicking the first icon, you will see a list of forms, and you can then choose the correct icon. At the top of each request form will be a form overview describing the purpose of the form. Below that will be the form instructions. For most of the forms, you will need to choose a supplier. You can either type in the name of a supplier or click Supplier Search. After you click Supplier Search, a screen is displayed in which you can enter the name or a portion of the name of a supplier. After you click the search icon, results are displayed. Click Select for the supplier you are choosing. The remit to address for the supplier will then be displayed. If the supplier is not listed, or does not have a select link, you will need to close this form and first register the supplier. Do this by choosing the Register as Supplier link on the landing page. View the chart to determine which form you will need to complete. Then scroll to the bottom of this page to the Supplier Request Forms region. Click the link of the form you will complete. After the supplier has been fully registered, you will receive a notification in Mountaineer Marketplace informing you of the registration, and you can then return to the form you originally attempted to complete. After completing the supplier field, you will see a general information section. Bold fields are required. This specific fields will vary depending on the form. Now let's look at a field that is common to many of the forms, the supplier invoice number. In this field, enter the invoice number that appears on the supplier invoice. If the invoice does not contain a number, enter up to 6 characters from the vendor name plus 6 digits from the goods received date. Some forms have an area for you to enter the account to be credited. If you do not know the account, you can leave the account number fields blank, but be sure to enter the amount to be credited. Note that you can enter either general ledger information here, or grant account numbers here. After completing the form, you will scroll back up to the top of the screen to locate the Available Actions menu. To submit a single request, verify that the available action is Add Item and Close Form and then click the Go button. Your form will then become a shopping cart. You can then either click Assign Cart or Proceed to Checkout. When you proceed to the checkout, you can scroll down to enter the funding information. You can also upload additional documentation in the Notes and Attachments region. After making edits, you can submit the requisition with or without funding information. It will then be routed to a business office to review. Alternatively, you can assign the cart to another employee for additional review. When you have multiple forms of the same type to enter, click the drop-down arrow for Available Actions at the top of the screen after completing the first form. Click Save to Cart and add another item, and then click the Go button. The data you just entered for the first form will remain in the fields. Make your changes, and then click Save to Cart and add another item as many times as necessary. When you have completed the last form, click Add Item and close form. All forms will appear in the same shopping cart. This concludes this demonstration of the request forms in Mountaineer Marketplace. Thank you for watching.